welcome back to the third installment of the Centauri breakdown. We took the capital ships and the heavy combat vessels in earlier videos, and now we're going to take down the medium ships, the smallest ones. So we have three categories: capitals, heavy combat vehicles, and now the medium ships. They're the smallest, so they're also the easiest to die off. They have a couple of advantages to the earlier categories, like agility, for instance. They can turn very easily. Some of them have even a most decent weapons availability to them, but we're going to take them down one by one. So first we have the Maximus Defense Frigate. In the earlier video I told you about the Guardian Array, this little doohickey over here that actually permits you to guard ships flying behind you. So the Guardian Array can intercept most weapons except lasers, of course. They can particle, matter, graphitic, they can also intercept that one. So the Maximus actually is a very good ship to put into a wolf pack to provide some anti-fighter cover, because it has 4 twin arrays, and to guard the ships behind it. It's not that expensive, 475, but it says agile. It's actually not that agile. It's a bit of a cow. It can do turns, 2 turns in a row, so it can actually pivot very well as well, but it has a long delay. So if you take a turn, you have to wait a couple of hexes before you can turn again, which is annoying for a small vessel, and a vessel, especially a vessel that should be agile. So use caution with this. The Mograt is it's a sturdy vessel. It's a sturdy little ship. It's also agile, of course. It has a plasma stream, and a plasma stream gives you the possibility to weaken armor. So when you fly this in a wolf pack, use the plasma stream first, so you can actually ablate, take down the armor of the ship across you, and then pepper it with everything else. It also have 2 matter cannons firing that. Well, it ignores armor, so that is actually useless, but together in the wolf pack it can do a serious number. Also 1 Guardian Array to guard it behind it. Nice little ship. But now we have it also has a variant, by the way. I'll show you that. And it swaps out a plasma stream for a plasma accelerator. So this is actually a heavy fortified version of the Vorchan, yeah? the little ship that can give you a plasma accelerator and a couple of twin arrays. Instead, this one gives you 2 matter cannons and an extra twin array for a little bit more points. But it's agile, so it's not that bad. Again, with most good ships of the Centauri, well, this is uncommon, so you can take 2. Well, not that shabby, but look at the price, 575. It's the same as a Demos. I would prefer a Demos any time. Now, the star of the show, the Haven Patrol Boat. Look at the price, 325. It's cheap as hell. It has 4 twin arrays, it's agile, it can turn like a fighter almost, and it has a matter cannon. It's a really nice little boat. I remember back in the days when there were tournaments, when we played the tabletop version, and the person that's actually winning the tournaments was actually with an all-haven fleet, because take 6 or 7 of these little guys, you have a buttload. Can I say buttload? I don't know. I don't care. You can have a buttload of twin arrays and some. They can be anywhere. Their initiative is good. Their agility is good. This is actually one of the finest ships in the Centauri fleet. Well, not a lot of medium vessels, but a few good ones. Let's take the fighters with this video, like I promised. I brushed upon the fighters in the earliest video, in the first one, telling you that, well, they're not that great. They're the mainstay fighter, the ship of the line fighter, the Centauri, is an interceptor. It's this side. It's a little fighter. It has decent thrust. It has okay fire tracking surfaces. It has a particle gun which does not that much damage, 3 to 8. So it's actually to intercept other medium fighters. If you use this one to actually intercept heavy fighters, well, you're in for a nasty surprise, but they're going to waltz right through you. So, well, also for attacking ships, it's really not that good, or you must have ships that had really, really, really low armor. So the Centauri is nice for intercepting, the keyword being that, intercepting, but that's it, nothing more. It has a variant as well, the Centauri, which has an iron bolt, which gives a little more punch, well, actually a lot more punch, 3 to 18, but it can only fire once every 2 rounds, so every second round, well, you have no fire, so you're defenseless. Also, this is an uncommon variant, yes, well, so you have to be careful not to take a lot of these, because you can't, you have to take 3 Centauri flights for 1 Centauri flight, I remember, if I remember correctly. Well, the Rutarian is the star of the show. It has an iron bolt once every 2 rounds, and it has a particle gun to defend itself once every round. Plus, it is a fighter that has camouflage, so if you are 4 or 5 hexes away from this guy, you cannot see him, you cannot fire upon him, he's safe. So that's actually great. Again, the downside is this can only be taken in the Dargan capital and the Balvarix, which is a rare. So I think at most you can take 18, maybe 24 of these on the field, but that's it. No more, which is a shame, of course. Assault shuttles, well, yes, for some scenarios you can take assault shuttles, but why the hell would you? They're very crap. They're also cheap, so if you can take them, if you only have 180 over 180 left, I mean, you can take those in a fleet, sure. The Razik, the Razik. It's the Datsun of fighters. It's a light fighter. It's agile. It has the most initiative, so it probably out initiative anything else on the board. It has a really, really, really weak particle gun, 2 to 7 damage. It will not penetrate armor whatsoever. So yeah, well, only as a filler you would take this. It has even a variant, the Raziric. The Raziric is a torpedo fighter. It has a torpedo launcher, and it has a range of 25 hexes. So this can fire torpedoes at 25 hexes with 2 to 12 damage. Not that much, but it will be safe. If it unloads its torpedoes in a flight, it harasses the flight, so it could maybe threaten it or maybe push it to go to a distance to actually try to evade. Do not think that you buy this one and you get a lot of damage. It's just to harass and force your opponent into making strategic choices he does not want to make. So also it's rare, so you can take 1 every 8 flights of Razik, and why in hell would you do that? A breaching pod is solely for scenario purposes. There you go, there you have it. That's a complete rundown of all the Centauri vessels in 3 little episodes. Maybe others will do detailed ship analysis videos. Maybe I will, I don't know. But expect that videos like this will happen for the other races as well. So in 3 little videos you can actually check what you have in store, and maybe if this fleet or this race would suit you. So there you go. Thanks a lot for listening, and see you on other videos. Bye bye.